There she is. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you make your voice louder?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for taking the time and joining us today, ma'am. This means so much to us.
Thank you.
Lovely. And thank you to the gentleman who helped set up as well. Um, and to everyone who is joining us, it's one of the most, I feel very blessed that I have the opportunity to speak with you today. Thank you. It really means so much. If I could just share a very quick introduction, of course, a lot of people across the country know of your journey, and I'd love to introduce you to our little family at RareReach. Ma'am she was born in Kerala, and she joined the Sisters of Cross at the young age of 14, after which she joined the Hope Foundation, and back in 1997 she started Maher, which has now become a home to thousands of young men, women, children of all ages. And I think it's been a life mission of yours to help so many people. And that sort of reflects in the number of international and national awards that you won, 268 awards globally. Appreciation from Pope Francis, Vanita Woman of the Year Award. So some really beautiful accolades. So again, a privilege and an honor to have you with us today, ma'am. We are RareReach. We are basically trying to drive the conversation of body positivity. And a lot of young girls today, when they are growing up, when they are looking at Instagram, YouTube, all these videos, they just feel like, I want to look like this actress, I want to look like so and so person. But I think it's important that we find that beauty within, that confidence within, and just know ourselves and love ourselves for who we are. And you being such a beacon of, I think, doing the right things. I hope that a lot of these young girls are inspired to find their own path as they go.
Yeah.
I actually heard of you, ma'am, from Mr. Hari Jinaga. He's my relative. And he was telling me how he connected with you, and how beautiful his engagement had been with you. And so I was just like, I have to reach out to ma'am and I have to make this happen. So yeah, very, very excited to speak with you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Lovely. So, ma'am, I'll just get started. There are a bunch of different questions that we had, both in terms of your journey, getting to know how you came on to the concept of Maher, to, of course, the struggles that young girls have, and then what your advice to them would be. I'll just get started with the first one to ask that it's not every day that everyone wakes up and says that I want to help women in need, marginalized women, right? But I think you started on this journey at the age of 14 years. So what was your inspiration?
First and foremost, as I told you, I was born in Kerala in a very remote village. And there was not much opportunity in that particular village. And I came across somebody, one of the nuns, who told me, you come to Bombay. Those days, it was very reluctant because my parents were very, very, traditional Christians, and not knowing much about Bombay, my parents were not ready to send me. Finally, through my insistence, I landed in Bombay. When I landed in Bombay, the first thing that I saw was the slums, and because I was staying very close to that, and I used to wonder what is happening there, because in the village we have our own little home and our field and things like that. I have not come across I never even heard the word slum, etc. And I looked into all this, and then suddenly once I saw Mother Teresa when I was growing. I think I was about 14 or 15 years, and then I got attracted to the work that she was doing. So I was going there. I was going to Mother Teresa's home more to kill my own homesickness, because I'm coming from a home of I had 9 siblings. So to leave them was very difficult. I was very homesick. And I went to Mother Teresa and I found so many children there, abandoned children. And I used to play with them. I feel more I was doing that in order to forget my own home illness or homesickness. And I went there to play, and eventually I got so attracted to Mother Teresa. But I did not know who is Mother Teresa, nothing. And one day when, I think at the age of 18 or 19 something, I saw her, or maybe younger, I don't remember. Then when I saw her, I said, oh my God, this is the woman who has put all these things together. But anyway, I completely forgot about it as I was growing up. And then I was, again, at the age of, I think 18 or 19, I decided to go and join Mother Teresa. I went home. Those days, it used to take us 4 days to reach my hometown, because from Bombay to Kerala. There was only one train, and that also that was running on coal. So we used to be so black when I reached home. And then I told my mother that I want to join Mother Teresa, but my parents did not allow me. They said, no, 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 Mother Teresa is picking up leprosy patients. You cannot go there. And they put fear in me, and they said no. So I gave up that idea because I did not want to make my parents sad in any way. So I did not join them. And then later on, again, I don't know, at the age of 20, I said, no, 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 I don't want to get into this married life, and I want to become a nun. So I went and told my parents. Again, there was a lot of objection. But finally, I managed to join Holy Cross Sisters. And I joined and I remained with them for 9 years. But during those 9 years, I did not have much opportunity to be with the real poor, which I was longing for. Then I told them that I want to work in a village, which they allowed me. And during those, that is the Hope where I was working. When I was working in the Hope Center, there was a woman who approached me for shelter. She was 7 months pregnant. And she came and asked me, since my husband has become very violent, he's an alcoholic, and I need shelter somewhere for the one night. But being in the convent, our rules are very, very strict. I cannot take somebody from outside into a convent. I could not have given her the shelter. I listened to her story. I knew whatever she told me was a genuine story, but how to help her, I did not know. I sent her back. But when she went back, her husband and they must have had some fight as usual. And in that anger, he poured kerosene and he set her on fire. And I heard the shouting and yelling because this particular incident took place just across the road where I was staying. It was a slum, and I ran there to see what was happening because people were shouting there. When I reached there, I realized this is the same case because I did not recognize her because her hair was all burned, her sari was burned. I didn't recognize, and she was sitting like that on a stone. And I was so upset when I saw them. She was shouting, "Mujhe bachao," means save me, save me. And with a great difficulty, I took her to the hospital, which I don't like to say. Anyway, then I took her to the hospital, but it was too late. That night, both died. Then I was thinking what I can do for this type of women. So, thank you. Sorry. So I was did not know what I'm supposed to do, but then the hospital people were very helpful. I managed everything, and then I came home, but my life was not the same. I started thinking, because I used to see before that also many women on the street, begging on the street, children begging. This kind of scene is not there in the village where I was coming from. So it used to disturb me a lot. And I used to wonder why nobody's doing anything, for the people. But I did not know that what I can do. And then after this women's death, somehow some courage came to me that I started thinking that I can do something, but I did not know. I was too young. But anyway, I started talking to people. Come on, we will do something for women. I also went to my convent and I told them, come, we will do something. But they told me, Lucy, you don't know what you're asking for. Starting something like this means a lot of trouble, a lot of money. Trouble, of course, I was ready. But money where to find was a big problem. Being a nun, Catholic nun, I did not have any money with me. But then I didn't give up. I started talking to people. And, what I noticed was there were so many good people who were coming forward to help me out with my idea. And there were people with the donors, like even with 2 rupees, 10 rupees. And then I started gaining more and more confidence when I saw the people's trust in me. And then slowly, I collected money and I bought a small piece of land in Pune, the place called Bhima Koregaon, Vadubudruk. That land was little cheap, so I managed to buy that. And then now came the building. So before that, I used to keep the women in some shed, some people's isolated homes, like that I used to help out. But I was all the time dreaming of having a home for women. Then finally in 1997, I set up my first home. With 1 woman and 2 children, I set up 1 home. And now I can say that we have 72 homes across 7 states of India. In Maharashtra, we are now in 7 districts. And, there are over 3,000 people now living in our homes, in our different homes. And my thing is that to see that all these women, and first, of course, I kept only the women in my mind. But I didn't think that women means also children, because being a nun, I didn't think at that time women means also children. But when I noticed that every woman who came to Maher was also coming in with their children, so I started setting up homes for children. Now at present we have nearly 1,000 children in our different homes, because these children who have no opportunity to go to school, or they have or they are orphans. Then the children who have alcoholic parents and the condition at home is not good to stay there. It's so very often the parents are unfit parents to bring up the children, or also things like that. So we started helping children of various cases, and now I can so proudly say many of my children have completed their school. They are working very well, running their own family. These are the things that gave me more and more confidence to go ahead and to keep going. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's very beautiful. Very inspiring to hear. Thank you for sharing that very honest story. You mentioned, ma'am, that setting up Maher was also very challenging, right? What were some of the challenges that you felt as you were setting up Maher, and how
Yeah.
did you overcome those challenges?
Yeah. What happened is that I'm setting up a home in a remote village, because one thing is I suffered a lot because of finance. Secondly, being a woman, in a very male-dominated society, it was a big challenge how to overcome, because anything that was done by a woman was not very well accepted in a very traditional village. But slowly, I managed to gain more and more confidence and also trust of the people. But then, being a Christian, people thought I'm come for conversion, and I did not know the local language. No Marathi, no Hindi I knew, because coming from Kerala, I knew only to speak my own language, Malayalam, and a little bit English. But I did not know the local language, so and the local customs, and how do you call the all this,
Way of living.
correct, yeah. It was very difficult for me. But then my focus was to help women and children, so I kept on my focus. So though many difficulties came, my approach was to peace and non-violence. So in that way, whenever people opposed, I was very calm. There was like people spat on me, people came to kill me. There were a lot of things that are happening in the village, and but slowly, I managed to overcome, in the sense, because very often silence was the answer. So I used to keep quiet, and sometimes when people was violent, again I smiled and kept quiet, and then I knew that one day they will understand. And now, if you go to see, people have accepted me very well. That misunderstanding or being a Christian, of course, that is still there in some people, because those who don't know me, those who know me, they know very well that nothing is happening. So they try to help me out. But in all, I can say I found goodness in people, because once they trust, then they understand, and they have been helping me, because of people's faith in me, that I could go ahead so much. If not, if you have to give up when the trouble came, then I would not have managed to get done anything. But I did not give up on anything. I kept the courage and the confidence in me, because I knew I have that inner strength to go on, come what may. Whatever troubles there may be, I will face it. So that kind of courage I had inside me. So I did not give up on anything. I kept going, because my focus was to help people, and I kept on that. So when I built Maher, I kept one thing in mind, and that I will work for people, not for any particular religion as such. If you go to see, there is one banner that is hanging behind, that is in my home, in my room. That symbolizing all religion, accepting everyone. And so all our prayers are addressed to the divine energy, not to any particular God as such. But if you come during Christmas, you may think I have converted all the children to Christianity. And if you come during Diwali, you may think all the children are Hindus. And if you come during Eid, you may think that all the children are Muslims, because the spirit that is in Maher is quite different. Because we teach the children to respect and love every religion, but at the same time believe in humanity, trust in the divine energy. This is what we are teaching the children, and so you will see a lot of joy, understanding, acceptance. No matter what caste or religion you come, in Maher we all are one in that way. So it is, I can say, it's a very joyful experience.
That is amazing. And I did read about how compassion and respect for all religions, having interfaith harmony is very important to the philosophies at Maher.
Yes. Yeah, what I feel is that is what is most important, na? And every religion is teaching you to love. And if you go to say love has no religion.
Absolutely. And I feel like we, as it is like in the times that we grew up, these values were very strong.
Yeah.
And hopefully now we can come back to those values more and more.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, now that you've worked with thousands of women, children, men, was there any one particular transformation journey that deeply touched you? Because, like you said, it's been a difficult journey. So,
Yeah.
you know, even to go through it completely, there has to be some motivation even for you. So, was there like some story that was like a motivation that I'm doing the right thing?
Yeah. Of course, there are thousands of stories which touched me within. But to begin with, I will tell you one particular story. We were going and working in one particular tribal village. Besides doing the work of Maher, means picking up people, looking after them, and many successful stories are there. Like children who were full-time workers have become now officers and things like that. But one particular village, I want to say, in this particular village, when I went, there was not one child was educated there, and they were not going to school. So I had employed some people to give the children bath and then take them to school, because they used to smell, they would not accept them in the school. And they were also the low caste, the tribals, so they were not accepting. But slowly we started teaching the children in the village itself, and then we used to give them bath and make them like any other normal children, and then take them to school. By the time that rule came up in India, and every child has a right to school. So in that particular thing, we enrolled these children to school, and my first child from there became a teacher, and the second one, she became a nurse, and the third one became an accountant. Now, in that particular village, I don't have to go. They all send the children to school, because in the beginning, when they used to see me, they used to run away to the hills, and they would never come. And the people used to throw dirty water on me, because I used to walk in the village. They knew that I'm come to do something. It was so difficult to change their mindset, because for them, school was not at all in their what you call in their dictionary even. So when I went there, it was so difficult. But when my first batch got passed out and they did that, that was the biggest satisfaction. And it was motivating me as such to do more for the village and in different villages. And not only in the village, also in the thing. A child who was begging, like I rescued a child from the begging. And, beggars' children, it is very difficult to teach them the good values, because they have learned everything that is bad on the street: alcohol, sex, and getting up when they want, they went to sleep when they want, because that was the freedom that they have received in the street. And now to get them disciplined, it was so difficult. But then when my first child, who was a beggar, got a job in the company, and that was the biggest another satisfaction that I had. And he's still working in that company and doing very well. And also he's looking after his family, and also in the neighborhood, because he encourages other company people to come and see his village, and then motivate other people to help and things like that, other begging children and things. So that is kind of a motivation that I have, helping the beggars children. I have thousands of stories, but what I'm telling is just one or two, so that you can understand the satisfaction one gets while doing this type of work.
Amazing, ma'am. And I think such a beautiful journey that you, I'm sure, have also had through transforming all of these lives. Now at Maher, I assume, ma'am, that there are children of all ages, especially young girls who come in from all different kinds of, backgrounds. Like you mentioned, sometimes there has been ill parenting, difficult parenting, or feeling of even like being left. And maybe that impacts how they feel about themselves. Maybe sometimes women have gone through experiences where they feel a certain way about their body. So in all of these young girls and women, how is it that you instill self-confidence, feeling of loving themselves, even maybe body positivity?
Yeah. When the children have lost all hope in life, it's very difficult for them to gain back that confidence. One thing I can say, even their body, they will just sit like that, and to tell them to hold their body up high, they put your face up and things like that. No, in the beginning, they look at me, what are you saying? No, like a heavy burden is making them to bend down, put their neck down. Then I said, whatever has happened to you, it was not your fault. So why do you want to put your head down? because very often when supposing say the father and mother is in jail, what can they tell their classmate? They cannot tell their classmate, my father is in jail. So naturally, they tell something else and they put their head down and walk. So I tell them, if they went to jail, it was not your fault. You don't have to put your head down. You keep your head up high because you are good. What is important is to that you are a good child. So we make them to gain their self-confidence, their respect. Supposing say a child whose mother is a prostitute, which child would like to say my mother is a prostitute? Okay, so naturally there are so many things for our children to hide from the society. So naturally they don't have that kind of thing to uphold themselves. So then we have to work very hard on them to say that, even if your mother is a prostitute, but she is serving the country, because she is the greatest woman on earth, because she is giving herself so that we are safe. You have to remember that your mother is there working, so you are safe in this country. Now, this kind of things we have to switch back to the children, not to make them feel guilty, but make them feel confidence. What great service that your mother is doing to this country, because your mother has given yourself there, their self there. You are safe in our home. Things like that. When we tell them, they understand, and they also have that self-worth. Because to bring the self-worth to them, it's very difficult, because the society has put that in them. Your mother is a prostitute, your mother is in jail, or your father is a robber, things like that. So we have to work on our children a lot. And when I see my children later on laughing, gaining confidence, standing on the stage, putting up dances. We have all kinds of things for them. Practices like dance, taekwondo, drawing, music, everything, extracurricular activities after they come from the school and before going to school. So, what happened once we put them back on the stage with a mic and things like that, they gain a lot of self-confidence and they understand what does it mean. And I said, you are equal to any other child in your school. Because of this problem, never mind what the society told you, but in Maher, you are different. Even if they have told you anything, leave it. It is not your problem. You are different. You are important for me. So this kind of things, when we start telling the children, they gain back. Not that 100% we can gain back, but majority of our children are really doing well.
That's very, very nice to know, ma'am. Thank you for sharing that. I'm just going to, I think, also open it up to the audience. I see that there are questions that are coming in. One of the questions that came in from Arohi was that, what is it for you now? What do you look at the future journey of Maher in transforming lives in the future?
Yeah. You know what happened? I'm already 70. So I am very busy now giving training to people who are in Maher, how to take it forward and to create confidence in them, so that they are strong enough to carry on the people who are coming with their needs, how to take it forward. I'm focusing now more on giving training to the young ones who are with me so that they can take it forward, because many of my children, they have joined Maher to carry on the service that I have began. So I am teaching them now to how to have, not to get discouraged when you see, supposing say we rescued a child from the prostitution, and then when she goes back, our people can lose confidence. I said, don't worry, that is their choice that they went back. But you tried, that is what is important. Okay, so this kind of things that I keep on teaching them. Don't get discouraged. Even if they choose to go back to begging, don't have to worry. You have to try and try again. And if they still want to be like that it is their choice, no? But otherwise, we have to help them out. This way I'm teaching them. So, I see many of my children who have come back to work in Maher are doing very well. And they are my hope to take Maher forward.
Amazing. That's so great to know. And Arohi, hope that answers your question. Now, Manish is asking, you have won so many awards. Which award is your favorite award?
For me, there were now, of course, many awards are come. Not only 247, nearly we have crossed to 300 awards now. Even today, and even on the 30th, I will be receiving an award which is called Nari to Narayani. So like that, I will be getting many awards. But my awards I look at as when the children have changed and they are doing well. When a woman who was beggar on the street, now she is running her own business. For me, I look at that awards much more. then this physical awards. Of course, that is very important also, because every award that comes encourages me. But at the same time, I also question myself, am I worthy to receive this award? Because I always pray a lot. I don't know how do you call it. I meditate, I pray a lot, because that is what gives me a lot of strength, inner strength to go on. And when I say there are lots of awards which are presidential award that I received, state awards, there are many awards that I come. But I still recall my first award from the village, firstly a Hindu blind man who gave me the award. I consider that award as a great thing, because though he was blind, physically blind, but his inner strength was so much. He recognized my work, and he is the one who gave me the first award. So and that too, it was I'm a Catholic and a Christian, but he invited me to a Hindu temple, and he gave me the award first. So that award I counted as my best award.
Lovely. Um, okay. Vinita is asking now, what do you want is the final mission for you? Like, this thing I have to do. I guess that's what your question means, Vinita.
Yeah. You know what happened is that my dreams have not ended yet. I have many more to accomplish. One thing is that my biggest dream is to start something for the transgender. Though I'm speaking about it, I have not done, because the land is so costly and I have not found money yet. Because there are so many transgender who needs my help, not our help, which I have not yet done. Because once they are realize that they're transgender, there's land in going in for begging, which I don't like. We have quite a few children who are also transgender, but we are educating them, and it is such a challenge for us, because once they grow up, they dress like if they're a male body, but they are coming with the female clothing. So where to put them? Because the male, I cannot put them with the boys because they are with the female clothes, and we cannot put them with the girls because they are physical is male. So there are a lot of challenges that I myself face. So I want to start something that is for transgender, but at the same time also some homes which I started are on rent. I want to complete that. I want to make it our own home, because every time rented houses means they ask us to vacate and things like that. It becomes a big challenge for me. So I want to complete those work also. So there are lots of dreams that still I have, and I want to finish all that before I'm too old.
Well, I'm into that, ma'am. I hope that all these dreams come true. I hope that at some point I can, even if I can do like 5% of what you've done, I feel like I would have achieved my life's purpose also, because these days I'm really like questioning that, okay, this is what I'm doing, but am I really like helping anyone? Am I really doing something meaningful to really truly change someone's life? And I feel like if I do that is when I will feel right about what I'm doing. Like, my life's purpose is that. I know it, but I'm just not doing anything about it. So I need to get out of this whirlwind and start focusing on that.
And I feel the very fact you have taken this step to make me speak, itself is a big help, because I know that quite a few people will listen to you and or listen to me, whatever it is, and then they will might also get inspired. They may come forward to help us out, help me to accomplish my dreams, which are still pending. So that we don't know in what way things are going to turn out. So you don't have to get worried. What you are doing is small thing. Don't say that. Every drop counts.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. That means so much. And whatever we can do from perspective of the RareReach family, maybe I will get in touch with your team and I will also request them. I think we will try and spread the message more of, let's say you're working on building a home for transgenders. If there's any contribution that can come from the RareReach family, I think that will be something that I will definitely push forward for. So I will.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yes. Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, I need your help.
No, ma'am, please, like, you don't need our help. It's our responsibility and a big time that we do this. But it's really been a pleasure speaking with you, ma'am. What I am truly inspired by is that even in my journey, I feel like sometimes I hear a lot of conversation and I sometimes lose my confidence. But I think, like you said, that if you know you are right, just stay calm within yourselves and keep on doing what you need to do. So
exactly. Yeah, you know what happened? Once we are right to our own conscience, we have to know that. What is our conscience telling us? If our conscience is telling us you are right, and before the divine energy, we should be correct. Okay, if these two are correct, we don't have to be afraid of anything. things will fall in this thing. Of course, it took me some time to learn all this. It's not that I got the confidence overnight. There are many nights where I cried because there was no food for me, and I used to go to the late in the night. I used to go to the street to pick up the thrown away vegetables because there was no money. There was no money even for me to buy food grain. So I used to go to the shop and beg from the people to give me something. So that time people used to chase me away and things like that. So it took me some time to gain the confidence of the people and to gain the trust of the people. It took quite a while, mainly because I couldn't speak the local language. So, like that, when you don't know the language and to get the people's confidence, it takes very long. And but as I told you, I knew my conscience was right in what I was doing, so I kept going. Never mind how much opposition came to me, I did not give up because I was very sure what I wanted to do.
That's lovely to know, ma'am. Thank you for inspiring me today, and thank you for inspiring all of these people who joined today.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, ma'am. Please take care, and I really hope that we have the opportunity to serve more people, serve humanity in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, everyone who's joined also. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.